How much is 260 equal to? Oh, you know, that's about 2013s. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
And now a story. This is a short story called Boxed. Junaid takes the box out of his car. He looks at it, his eyes and his spirit downcast. He sees only ordinary things, his mousepad, his mug, some files, a desk clock. So many years in that cubicle, and he never made it his own. Thinking that he wouldn't be there long, that he'd be at a desk, with an office and a view. With a sigh, he carries the box over to the stairs of his apartment, putting it down for a second so he could check his mail. He fumbles to find his key, then unlocks his slot and takes out the letters. Junk mail mostly. His final paycheck. But then he sees an envelope from a Mrs. Pearson. Confused, he tries to think back to remember the name. Oh yeah, he realizes. She was his 10th grade English teacher. He wonders why she would send something to him, and after all these years. Junaid collects the mail and takes his box upstairs to his apartment. He pulls the shades and drops the box on the floor near his desk. He sits at the desk and goes to open the letter from Mrs. Pearson. He sees a post-it note on the folded letter. Junaid Karim, age 15. This is the letter you wrote to your 25-year-old self 10 years ago. I hope it gives you insight into your past, and that you relish in whatever wisdom or experience 10 years has brought you. Grammatically, Mrs. Pearson. Junaid smirks. He knew that signature well. God love Miss Pearson. She always signed letters like that, even once to parents, and Junaid had gotten quite a few letters sent home from Mrs. Pearson. He unfolds the loose-leaf paper and eagerly reads. Dear old Junaid, how you doing? I hope your life's good. Well, I hope my life's good. I'm not exactly sure what I can tell you, since you kind of already know everything about me. I wish you could write me a letter, and tell me about your awesome house, and if you're married, and if I actually did become an architect. But I guess I just have to talk to you about me. Well, I don't know if you remember when you wrote this, but I'm sitting in the gym. It's lunchtime. I'm trying to finish this before third hour. Miss Pearson's gonna kill me if I turn one more thing in late. I hope she doesn't read these. She said she wasn't going to. It's funny, now that I'm actually writing it, I kinda like the idea of it. I wish I had more time to finish it. That kinda happens a lot. I really love English class and all of the stuff we do, but I always procrastinate. I don't like to start on things because I never think I'm gonna be good at it, or that I'll get an A or whatever. Do you still procrastinate? Anyways, last paragraph. We have to have at least 3. Junaid. Man, it's weird talking to myself. But I hope that your life is awesome and that you figured out everything okay. Not sure what else to... Just then, Junaid's phone goes off, startling him. He looks at it. It's a text from his sister. Hey, they extended the application deadline for that architect program. I really think you should do it. Call me. Junaid turns back to his box and gives it a long stare. He folds up the letter and then puts it in the box. Then he picks up the phone. The end. I wrote this short story for this New Year's video. Even though it has nothing to do with New Year's, it deals a lot with the themes and the things that we deal with during New Year's. Looking back at our past and reflecting, looking forward to the future and the goals and the aspirations that we might have. And let me know if you guys like the short story. Let me know in the comments below. Say good or bad, or whatever you want to say in the comments below. I have a link to the actual short story written up on my website. My name is Jawaad, and I take steps to avoid elevators.